Hey guys, welcome to Slut Talk, the hottest show on the internet. It's Kvngslay, the host, period. So let's really get into it, okay? We have a special guest today. The iconic, the legendary bottom, the iconic bottom, the only bottom, the baddest bitch in the game, okay? Krush is here with me. Say hi. Yes. Okay, period.
Am I showing my age by dabbing? Is this
Did you just dab? What the
is
fuck?
it old?
Thank you so much for being here with me.
Congratulations on
Thank
having
you.
your own spot.
Thank you. Thank
Wait,
you.
what is it called?
So it's called Slut Talk,
Ooh.
right? So basically, Slut Talk is going to be all about playing games, having fun.
Okay.
We definitely get into a little sex. So I hope you're
Okay.
ready for me. Okay.
A lot of people don't realize this, but some of my content that I put it, some of my riskier content
Mhm.
is thanks to Chris, aka
Period.
Kvngslay, because
Okay.
he's also a photographer
Yes.
and makeup artist, and definitely allows the boys to feel a little sexy.
Okay, that's what we does over here.
Mhm.
We feed into the sex.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Well, thank you so much for being here. You really popped my podcast cherry. Like, they really don't know this. And we've known each other for a long
For a
time,
while,
too.
yeah,
Like,
it's been a minute.
a very long time.
Mhm.
So, I think we met, doing makeup.
Mhm.
So, we talked probably through Instagram. Was it
Yes,
Instagram?
I remember the first gig. It was Good Girl.
Yes,
There was a girl
yes.
group here in Philly called Good Girl.
Okay.
It was 4 of them, so obviously I couldn't do all of them in the time that we were allowed. So I was like, I
Okay.
know this guy can do what I can do, if not better, without me even having to look over my shoulder.
Oh,
So I
stop.
had to give Homegirl a phone call.
Okay. And that was a moment. Like,
It was.
that night we worked hard.
Jasmine
Okay.
Sullivan was in
We
the
saw
building.
Jasmine
We
Sullivan,
got to meet
yes.
Jazz.
Shout out to Jasmine
It was really
Sullivan.
cool. Really cool.
Love her. She's like, that really was a starstruck moment for me because I was like, girl, you don't know how much I love you. Like,
Especially the people in Philly, like, we actually go up for Jasmine.
exactly. And like, I had to play it cool because, the
That's one
girls.
of those cool things for me, and like just doing what we do is because we're always going to be able to help somebody else in that,
Right.
and without even realizing you're helping me.
Exactly.
Because it wasn't even about I'm helping him getting. No, in order for me to look good, in order for me to
Right.
do my best right now, I need someone with equal talent and equal skill.
Exactly. Someone you
to
trust.
show up with me, because I not only I'm helping him, but he's helping me out even more keep that reputation that I'm trying to keep. So thank you.
Exactly. No, thank you for having me. Like, it really was a moment for us, and we just kept rolling from there. Like, we worked so many times together. We've done photo shoots. Like, girl, I knew Krush before Krush was Colgate, girl.
I was
Okay.
literally just giving him a little tea while I was filming the show.
Mhm.
I was actually texting you like, bitch,
Yes.
what's going on?
Okay.
I got your shades on. We're gonna run the shades
Okay.
on TV,
I'm like,
Brad.
bitch, you better let these bitches know, okay?
Yeah, it was good.
Like, that was a crazy moment for you.
Mhm.
Like, so let's get into that a little
Okay.
bit. Let's rewind a little bit. So
Mhm.
let's talk about Krush before he became Colgate, right?
Mhm.
So we
Right.
already talked a little bit about how like you've done makeup. So let's talk about that. Like, how'd you start makeup?
I was a hip hop dancer. A lot of people do know this. I
Okay.
danced at your cousin. So
Okay,
like
yes,
even our
period.
relationship subliminally goes way back. I was a hip hop dancer. And you remember when Gaga hit the scene?
Yes,
That
yes.
that made everybody be like, bitch. Even Beyonce came out with Sasha Fierce after that.
Yeah.
She had the motorcycle vibe. She had the armadillo heels, the slick back. Gaga put a fire under everybody's ass. And that spoke to me.
Right.
Like, I was at home, and y'all can pull up the pictures, y'all can find the evidence. I was at home building shoes, creating 8-inch pumps, armadillo
Yes.
shoes,
Oh, I love.
doing hair, doing makeup. And when I was 17 or 18, I decided to create a fashion show. It was called Fashion Against AIDS, where we gave the proceeds to charities that help people with HIV and AIDS or affected by HIV and AIDS. And I was like, bitch, I put the cart before the horse.
Right.
I didn't know actually what it all took to do a show. And I was doing the hair, doing the makeup, doing the styling, coordinating, directing, choreographing. I
Right.
booked the location. I booked everybody. I booked the whole. It was a lot.
Yeah, you're doing all the behind the scenes stuff.
But I will say that did something to me. It did something to me to make me be like, I'm never going to work a regular job.
Right. Once you get a taste of it.
Oh my God. I watched so many successful people around me, or like what we were taught to be successful.
Mhm.
Like, sacrifice the school, sacrifice the shitty boss, sacrifice the shitty job, sacrifice the early mornings, and would come home every single day miserable.
Right. Just to retire.
But for some reason their brain was programmed to be like, but this is the only way to succeed. This is what the the plateau, the end goal is of success. And it didn't register with me.
Yeah.
But like being able to be 17, make all this money off of my talent, off of my direction, off of my brain, and I can make this kind of money that low key is more than my mom is making at that time. You know what I mean? So it put something in my head that like, I never want to be that employee.
Exactly.
I never want to be that employee.
Yeah, and I feel like being younger, like my mom was the same way. She kind of drilled that in me that like, all right, you're gonna go to work, you're gonna do good at work, they're gonna give you they're gonna give you a raise, you're gonna eventually retire. But like I've seen it so many times where people put their all into a regular job, and there's nothing wrong with a regular job, right? Like let's clear that up, okay?
Right. It's not about the job, it's how you feel.
Exactly. And that's the thing is like, if you don't feel good doing this, why am I wasting my life doing this? So it was really important to me as well. So I could resonate with that like I had to get out of that. Like I had to do things that brought happiness to me. Yeah. And it just so happened that those things can bring me money as well. Yeah, so it was a nice balance for sure.
Even now, I think we're trying to balance it out, right? Because
exactly
with you doing hair, makeup, I mean, you doing makeup, me doing that as well. There's still more money to be made. There's still bigger goals outside of what that can fund.
Yes, things never stop for us. We're always on the go. Okay, the Krush and Kvngslay are on the go. We're running.
We're just out.
I'm cracking up. Oh my gosh. Okay, period. So let's get into a couple questions. Yes, this is my favorite part. Okay, so
I'm nervous or excited.
We're gonna dig a little deeper. Okay, so I hope y'all ready for this because we're gonna get deep, a little nasty and deep. So. Let's ask you first. Let's ask a little bit about your relationships right now. So, are you single? Are you taken, dating?
I'm very single.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very single.
Single and dating?
Single and not dating.
Oh, okay. Tell me more about that. Why aren't you dating?
You know what? I feel like what I've learned in this past year, since, again, being off of TV and having this like microwave recognition, specifically within the gay community, it's like that old song with what was it? Whitney Houston and Kelly Price, same script, different roles. Same script, different cast.
Same script, different cast.
Same script, different cast.
Okay.
And what I was feeling was that everybody who was like pursuing me, had the same script in hand.
Okay. Yes.
And there was a different person auditioning for it.
I'm getting it now. Okay.
Again, with the internet having this like microwave access to us.
Yes.
There's immediate seek for attention or validation between likes and comments, and how that rolls into being DM'd by a certain person that looks a certain way.
Right.
And the validation that comes with it. And I really learned that like I'm ahead of that psychology. And there's so many people that just want to collect me.
Yes, right.
Put me on the shelf.
Right, because you're an item now.
I am
you're
an item.
You're an item to the grass.
And I have value.
Okay, period.
I've always had value, but I think that putting someone on that kind of platform definitely gives this false sense of
correct.
Let me have a part of that. Let me get a piece of that. And then what happens is you get around me and you can't maintain the excitement you built. I don't even go to the clubs where there are bottle girls because that is not my aesthetic. Like I want a man.
Right.
You know
I want a man.
And it has nothing to do with money.
Right.
Right, because we gonna go half probably anyway. You gonna pay for something, I'm gonna
exactly. Like
something.
Money, I got money.
But that attention that comes with sitting at a section in a club, having bands in your hands, having what you perceive as the flyest designer in the moment, that is really honestly unattractive to me.
Yeah. I
went on a date the other day to see The Color Purple.
Oh.
I'm saying too much.
Why?
It's too much of a detail.
No. Okay, so you went on a date to go see something.
And walking by, the person I was with was looking at cars, and he was younger than me. And the first thing that he was like, "Oh, I should trade this in."
What?
I don't want no man trading in cars because he thinks that's the flyest thing on the street. I don't want a man with a lease on a car.
Exactly.
You think I want a man that's trading in things to keep up with people?
Exactly. Like,
what do you have? What do you have? What equity do you have? What do you have at all that's going to keep me around past your trade?
Exactly.
That's a perfect red flag for somebody that is buying Louis Vuitton and then going to return it after they take a picture.
Okay.
I don't want that.
Let me borrow this.
You leasing that motherfucking shirt.
Let me borrow this.
Leasing that shirt.
Let me borrow this shirt.
File. You better not fucking take that tag off.
No, dating is really hard right now. Like, I have been celibate for 6 months now.
With all that ass, bitch.
Oh, hey, for for me, y'all. Pray for me. I have been celibate for 6 months by choice, right? Because obviously, you know, they throwing it. They throwing it, okay? But they throwing it, and I'm throwing it back to them. I'm like, y'all can have this.
Right.
I don't want it.
You like,
right? Exactly. Because I feel like dating, and you tell me if you have a different experience, but I feel like dating as a gay man is a really hard thing right now. Like, we are introduced to all of these like realms and different lanes that people can take their relationship, that now dating has become either generalized to the point where it's like you're asking the same questions these last 3 guys asked me, or right, exactly, or it's like you're totally off of what I am, like totally like, hold on, I did not think you were going to be this person. So it has been a struggle. I'm riding the struggle bus of relationships, and
we're older.
Yes,
I'm okay with saying my age. I'm 32 years old,
and I'm 28. Period. About to be 29 this month.
What is happening in the gay world that we don't converse about enough is that we were taught traditional values that were created based on masculinity and femininity. Correct. And man and woman. So when some men pursue even you or pursue me, they probably 9 times out. For me, it's different now because I have this yin and this yang to my energy. But for the most part, it's like bigger masculine men that try to pursue us. Right. But no matter how flamboyant I am in this moment, or how excited I can be, or how crazy my energy goes on and off, I'm still equally sitting within my masculinity as I am my femininity. Exactly. So I think when dating men, we are to assume a role, and the combat comes from the fact that we are both. Yeah. And we are neither. Yeah. So like where you want to probably feel like a man all the motherfucking time, and I'm supposed to cook you your food and be on time and send you the baby, I'm thinking about you text, motherfucker, am I gonna get that back? Exactly. No, we still want it. Like, we still want it. I've been with men that are 6'3" that want to be the little spoon that I have no problem with. Stop. I will climb a 6'3" man's back, but you got to be okay with that.
Listen, first of all, 6'3", he is not being my little spoon. No, thank you.
I will snuggle his big ass.
No, thank you, bro. Like, I'm not snuggling. He can snuggle me. Listen, okay, so I am talking to this one guy. We have not had sex yet. Okay. Because I value him as a person, and I think that we're trying to make a connection first, and then we're gonna get into that, right? So I'm making him wait a little bit. Like, nothing wrong with that. You gotta make the girls wait sometimes.
Wait, let's be for real. Wait for the sex, or y'all be...
Okay, yeah. You know, I gotta keep him warm, right? Like, I gotta, like, you don't put the meal out and let it cool down too much, because then it's gonna be not good anymore. I keep him warm. I don't keep him hot, okay? We're getting there. But, like, I feel like approaching it in this way, right? Has really helped me understand him as a person, because yes, like the sex would be amazing. The sexual energy, right? I can already tell. The sexual energy is strong as fuck. But in allowing me to understand who he is as a person first makes it even better. Like the feeling of holding out, like, oh my God, because when I get it,
hold out, you build up patience for other things.
Exactly.
Because you waited for that.
Exactly.
You gave yourself like a tight line, a tight rope to walk on.
Exactly. And I feel like I've approached sex differently before. Like, I've had sex with people and not had a connection with them, and just did like something quick, right? Like, we going in, we getting out, right? Like, nothing too much.
Now, are you only a bottom?
No, I verse.
You do?
Yes.
You verse?
Yeah.
Let me see how
not you questioning me on my show. I'm like, period, okay? Listen, call me, okay? No, but seriously, so I do both, but it just depends on the person. I'm mostly bottom, of course, right? Because like feminine presenting, of course you're gonna be like, oh, I want to feel the ass.
Yeah, but some guys like for a feminine presenting man to climb their biggity big.
And that's what I'm realizing. Like, I've literally, before this whole 6 months thing, right, when I was hooking up, doing my thing, I realized that like more masculine men were asking me to top them. And I'm like, okay, I don't mind this, but where is this coming from?
And it's only sexual and kinky.
Right.
You can't build a relationship on that.
Right. Because now I'm like, I feel a disconnection now. Because
you're a fantasy. You're a kink.
Exactly. It's like you're fantasizing me and I'm not human anymore. Yeah. I'm just like this thing to you that you can play around with and let it go. So that's kind of like why I've been celibate recently.
When I worked at Mac, I worked at Mac for like 10 years.
Yes.
And in the beginning of my makeup career, I
Okay.
was actually extremely flamboyant and feminine. I used to wear bundles. I used to wear makeup. I used to be extremely flamboyant.
And look good
And
as fuck doing it.
And now I'm like tatted up
Okay.
and six-packed out and shit. But I remember that just the approach from straight men even
Right.
was just like, whoa, like you're pretty. Like, oh shit. Like, and
Right.
literally people walk me on a text and they're looking like, oh shit. Like, and there was this thing with masculine, even straight men who didn't identify as gay, who would have this sexual kink for what they were seeing. And I was definitely getting a more underground, late night, Krush after dark type vibe in my DMs, you know what I'm saying? With the feminine appearing man.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so they like,
I don't like that.
exactly, they like fetishize. That word, fetishize.
Mm-hmm.
They fetishize you. So, and I feel like people do that to me all the time because obviously, you know, the ass. So they see the ass coming in the room. They're like, hold on, baby.
This kind of thing as gay minority men, don't we fall under multiple fetishes?
Yeah, for sure, because we're Latinos, so you know the Latino vibe. We have that.
We're shorter.
We're shorter. Yes, I was gonna say small. I don't know if this
you
is
thick
small,
though,
baby.
but you ain't round like
thick,
this, my
honey.
You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So somebody that's 6'4" and thick, you would be considered small.
Exactly.
Like a football player, you would be considered smaller.
Right.
You know
and the man I talk to now, he's like all the way up here, baby.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like the small thing. I think the Latino thing. I think in your lane, it's the a thick girl chaser. We ain't gonna say chub chaser, thickums chaser.
Because ain't no chub over here.
I think
it's
there's
only
multiple levels of that. So how even in dating are we going to find any fucking thing when that's what's 9 times out of 10 gonna approach you first? Somebody who's fetishing you.
Exactly. So that's kind of what I've been filtering out lately. Like, let's filter out all those weird guys that like just want to fill up on me and like make everything so sexual. Like, let's have real conversations because I'm an adult.
You know what I don't like? The lonely sexuals.
The lonely sexuals. Okay, what is that?
Sexual? When you just lonely.
Oh, so you're
sexual. Just in my space because you have nothing outside of the space. Like, you're just lonely and you really ain't got nothing to contribute, but you're so lonely, so you need someone around you. And that's gay and straight. Like, I know straight people that just put themselves around people just because they just feel like they are nothing without companionship.
Yeah.
And then same thing with the gay men. But I'm very busy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sewing. I'm doing hair.
Right.
I'm doing
constantly.
makeup. I'm creating podcasts.
Okay.
I'm working on celebrity
Those hands
gigs.
are magic.
Listen.
Hands are magic.
Imagine you being a lonely sexual trying to sit in front of my motherfucking face doing nothing.
Right. It doesn't add up. And that's also another disconnect that I experienced dating. Like, what do you offer here, right? Because yes, I offer so many things, but that's my realm, my life. I don't need you to connect. I don't need you to do hair and makeup. I don't need you to do anything in my lane. But I need you to have something that you're chasing. Because if you're not chasing anything, then like, what are we having this conversation for?
Talk.
Exactly.
My thing is, and I've learned this from dating, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna amen this too. I could just have been doing Rolling Loud with Offset's team.
Mm-hmm.
Just came back from filming a fucking premiere. I get back here, now I got a hosting gig in Philadelphia.
Right.
Then I got booked for Tampa. Now, if I'm dating you, what excitement am I pouring back into you?
Right, exactly.
Because you can sit there and be like, baby, I'm so happy. Oh my God, that's so cool. Now we're exchanging our conversation, right? So what's on your table that I can be excited about?
Yeah, and it becomes a game of like who's more powerful when you date somebody like that. Because it's like I have all of this that's going for me, and then you feel like you don't have anything going for you. So now you're like getting weirdly upset about certain things or like not being as supportive. Like I've experienced that, and that's just like corny. Like, girl, what? Like you need to have something you're passionate about. If you're not passionate about shit, stay home, baby. Get out my DMs.
I will always shout out my first real relationship at like 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
He is the reason I'm Krush right now. Like, I got to see a young Black artist be self-employed at 21, create, reach out, email, DM, whatever it was at that time, build something for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then with that, because I did hair and makeup, just tap into what I'm doing to elevate my graphics, to elevate my flyers, to elevate my workshops. And I've never, in over 10 years, had that exchange with another man where I was inspired by my partner.
Yeah.
Where I looked at my partner and I was like, he is so much better than me in all the right ways.
Right.
And I can't wait to balance him out. And maybe at that time I didn't understand it, obviously, because we all come from broken homes and depression and shit.
Okay.
But now as an adult, I gotta give him his flowers, his credit, and everything. Like, wow, if it wasn't that I did it, if I did not see you or experience you, I would not be in this place where even I can say, I don't fuck with the next motherfucker because you wasn't like him.
Exactly.
No shade.
And so, all right, let's play one last game and then we'll get into a new segment on the show. So our next game is called What Tickles Your Pickle?
Okay.
Okay, so we're about to play What Tickles Your Pickle, bitch?
Okay.
So basically, I'm going to give you, it's a this or that game. So you pick one over the other.
Okay.
All right. Can you give me 30 seconds on the clock, Juan?
Yes.
Can you time us? We're going to make this a speed round.
Seconds.
Tell us when to go. Oh, my stomach growling. You hear that? Oh, bitch. Y'all heard that?
Or she's horny.
Or she's hungry and horny.
Horny.
Horngry. All right. So, first one, hairy or shaved?
Depends on what part of the
Bitch,
body.
we got 30 seconds. Hairy or shaved?
Shaved. Trimmed. Groomed.
Slow or fast?
Damn, these are hard.
Oh,
you gotta dig deeper.
Slow or fast? Slow and fast. Zeus Network or Now That's TV? Oh, bitch. Here goes the question.
If you really try to scratch my back,
okay.
TV,
Oh, baby. Okay.
You know, I was in a relationship for 5 years with a top.
Okay.
In the beginning of my gay career.
Okay. The gay career has started.
And I had to learn a lot of things and I never douched. Like I didn't.
Oh my
There was nothing
God.
about douching that was appealing to me.
Yes.
So I had to really learn a lot about my body to like be that motherfucker.
Yeah, and douching is like a process.
It's a job. And it's not comfortable. That makes your stomach hurt.
It makes your stomach hurt. It takes forever. It's not cute. You know, what happens after she cute, but during the process.
Still not, because I feel like fucking a douche butt loosens it up.
It kind of does.
I don't want a loosey booty.
That's actually true.
Loosey.
Oh, you know what I also thought about too? Have you ever had that situation where you go to fuck somebody and they're a lot more cleaned out than you thought they would be? Like you were like, oh, I didn't expect you to be like douched and ready. Like you just came over here to hang out.
I expected you to be douched and ready.
But like, what if they came to hang out? Like you didn't expect to hook up, and now this bitch is douched and ready. You're like, bitch, you better come ready.
Anybody. There's not one person that can say, I just go over to Chris's house to hang out.
Right.
No.
Okay,
I'm very intentional.
When you come to Krush's house, make sure you're douched and ready, baby.
Shirt off at the door. The heat is on 78. So I'm not that house. That apartment is not made for you to be comfortable with clothes on.
Yes. Let's get naked, bitch.
Please.
Let's dip into a little bit more, right? Because you have your hands in so much stuff. Like, so much stuff. Like, if y'all don't know, y'all need to catch up, okay? Because this one here, he's always hitting the ground running. So, you're going to be left behind. So, you also, during the summer a little bit, was throwing some drag brunches.
Yes.
That were super exciting. You invited me to one and I came. It was so much fun. Girl, first of all, I was turned
You get drunk. It's midday drunk in a way I've never seen.
I was turned up. Like, I was in there just throwing my ones, having a good old time, okay?
And you was right in the middle, right in front of the stage.
Yes, it was a vibe. Like, so how did you connect? Like, how did this get started? How did you get connected into, like, the drag scene? Because that's a whole scene in Philadelphia. Like, it's a big thing here.
Yeah. I guess it goes way back. I've always been a performer. My old bosses were Jessica and Jennifer Ford, who were extreme, like, influential in not only makeup industry, but the drag scene. And then I also had, his name is Sean, but he goes by Brooklyn Ford.
Yes, Brooklyn Ford, shout out to you.
So this is like the height of makeup and drag.
Yes.
And I have a best friend who is Gianna Drama.
Yes, shout out to Gianna.
Gianna is more than just a performer. She's a host. She's just full of life. She is like the Jocelyn and Natalie of Philadelphia.
Right. She's a ball of energy.
She really is.
Mm-hmm.
So we just started like pairing with smaller restaurants within the Latino community specifically, because, you know, all the girls in Philly just want to be downtown. So I was trying to find a place that had the hookah, that had the liquor, that had the space, and they had the food. Because it was
the real vibes.
more than just you coming and supporting white drag queens. No shade.
Exactly.
So I booked minority drag queens, minority trans women. We paired up with 2 different restaurants, and we were able to give you guys
Latino restaurants too. At that,
yep, extremely successful restaurants, and be able to give you guys some of the best brunches that Philadelphia ever. So I like just to give you guys like a gauge, like for a North Philly brunch to be popping out $5,000 worth of tips in a daytime brunch on a Sunday.
It's unheard of.
It's like a lot of money to be throwing out because you got to get your tips. You got to get it from the restaurant. So that was my job to like kind of make sure everybody had enough of everything. Yeah. And when some of those days, again, when we're putting out $5,000 and you need more, it's wild. Yeah. So we were doing really good.
You guys were doing really good. And like, I love seeing you host too. Like, the energy is crazy. Like, Krush is giving us a twerk. He's giving us a split. Okay. My girl is working. Okay. So it's so entertaining, like from start to finish, where you go to certain shows. And I've been to a lot of drag shows out here, right? And a lot of them are really great productions, but some of them are a little boring. Yeah, let's be real. So I think you did a really good job with like picking people that not only were super talented. So let's talk about like, how was your audition process for that? Like, what did you do?
A lot of people don't know that. I mean, you wouldn't know because this happened afterwards, but I actually auditioned for Bad Boy Season 1. And at those times, you was just sending in tapes, and mind you, this is just last year and a half ago. You were sending in 60-second tapes, and they were kind of just gauging you based on those 60 seconds. Right. And then Bobby put out his flyer. We're looking for X, Y, and Z between the ages of X, Y, and Z. And I knew I had a thing, like, just on TV. I always knew I had, like, the it factor to
the star quality.
Have fun on TV, at least. And I know that it's predominantly a Black network. I knew that he's Latino. I know that I had this, like, brown skin Latino vibe going on. So I had a gimmick to play with, and I sent a 60-second video in. And I got called, like, maybe a week later. They did another interview on the phone, and then a week after that, I was on a flight to Miami.
Right. So, yeah, let's talk about that. So, the process went super fast. You went straight from auditioning, and then you went right to filming. Yeah. So, like, when you got there, what did you expect? Because being on a show, this is your first time on a show, right? Mm-hmm. So, being on a show like that, like, especially being on a network like Zeus, like, we know what that entails sometimes, right?
It ain't sometimes.
We know what it entails sometimes. So, like, how did you feel going into it? Like, what were you expecting?
You know what's so funny? Because I told myself, because I have built Krush up for so long, I told myself that I was not going to get on TV to fight. I'm not going to fight it. Why would anybody want to fight me? Why am I going to fight? Why am I going to fight? But you get there is really a different type of beast, because although you know what environment you're in, you think that you can control yourself. Right. Or you can control how people react to you or your reaction to other people. And it just wasn't giving it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Do you feel like being on the show, like, do you feel like production had a lot to do with what was happening in the house? Or do you think that it was more like everyone else's decision on what they were doing?
It's a little bit of both. Okay. It's like, the Garden of Eden. Okay. When the snake comes around. The snake knew that Eve was looking at that apple.
Okay. The snake said, come on, baby.
Knew. It wasn't Come in closer. She was just in there. Just walked by an apple. The serpent was like, bitch, go get you that apple. Okay. No, the homegirl was like, this apple is nice. And the serpent was like, you should eat it.
Right.
Think about that.
Okay,
that
okay.
Kind of element,
okay. And it's, as a professional makeup artist, it's really important that we protect like our integrity. So like even us dipping into reality TV, podcasts, this and that, we still sometimes got to watch what we say. Like
eggshells a little bit.
Yeah, like we say what we want to say because we them bitches. Like, but we definitely gotta take in consideration how things are gonna make people feel. Yeah, because we still have a business to run. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't see that. Like some people, they go on TV and that's their thing. Mm-hmm. So they can go up there, they could turn up, they could say whatever the fuck they want to say because that's all they have.
And also they probably without us knowing, have these other incomes that are supplementing, the things in between their chaos. Right. Versus us that if we get too deep in the chaos, we're no longer a part of a team.
Exactly.
We're chosen aside.
Exactly.
Because now we have so much of an opinion.
Exactly.
So we do have to be a lot more careful, especially because I think celebrityhood and with our industry, our clients can be anybody from a baddie to a Grammy Award winning artist. So we had to like really, really walk our eggshells, no matter how we feel.
Yeah. It's a hard concept to kind of grasp because you got to really play that balancing act. But it's exciting. Like, I was so excited to see you on TV. Like, I feel like I won when you won. I was like, yes, my friend on TV. He's doing his big one. Like, I fuck with that. And I'm so proud of you. Like, you have accomplished so much and you're going to accomplish so much more moving forward. So
I feel that. 2024
I'm excited, right? I'm excited for the juice. Like, I'm excited for the juice. That's like a crazy way for them to eliminate you. Like, especially on that. And like, Jocelyn was there. I was like, come on, you got to win.
Jocelyn at one point, she goes, why you whine like that? You don't whine like that in real life. So, and I respect, but then she goes, what's your name? What sign are you? Where are you from? What do you do for a living? Oh, you do hair and makeup? How come you didn't tell the team that you did hair and makeup? You know what? He's so nice. He has a nice soul. I could tell he has a nice soul, but not on TV.
Of course not. Of course not. Because I feel like with Jocelyn, it's kind of like they edit her personality to make her seem maybe a little meaner than what she really is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you could tell because like, when she pops off sometimes, you can tell that like the girls are like laughing or something like that. It's like, okay, we know this is like for the camera.
And you can tell by the reactions. Like if everybody's not giving you fever, then they know that she's just turning it on.
Exactly. It's for the cameras. Okay, so we talked about who was your least favorite, which was Miss Mama's. So who was your favorite in the house?
I have two.
Okay, who are they?
And it would be, their stage names would be Trax and Big Purr.
Yes. Okay.
But you guys really didn't see it on camera because I think that we didn't want to be targeted as a group.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, let's take down that group. But we were each other's confidants, best friends, support systems.
Oh, that's awesome.
Everything that you could think about, we were there for each other. Like even when because I was in Cash in this room, so Cash wasn't necessarily always around them, so I was selling the tea over here.
Right.
Ike shared a room with Miss Mama, so we spilling tea over there. Roulette shared a room with this person, so he spilling the tea from
so y'all had
group.
ears everywhere.
Oh, we were back there like comparing notes, and then in front of people just like. To this day, like I
love that.
FaceTime each other three-way. Those are my brothers. Like I'm gonna have that. I still talk to everybody.
And they were really good on the show too. Like super talented people. Like they're both very, very talented. And it was awesome seeing everyone's dynamic together, right? Like I have my favorites and my least favorites on the show. So of course maybe you're like one of my faves.
One of them now.
One of my faves. And then I definitely on the show. I like the rerun.
Why?
Chris.
I love my brother, but tell me why you like it.
Okay, I like the rerun, obviously, for the visual aspect of it, because I was like, damn.
That bitch threw me under the bus.
Ooh, I like the
rerun.
Yes, he did definitely throw me under the bus. And I would say, also because, like, I feel like he was being genuine at first. Like, it felt like he was like, okay, I'm here to try to make this connection, but also give y'all a show, because that's really what it's about. Like, we really want to see you give us something.
You want tea behind that?
Yeah, give it up.
So the tea is that rerun was supposed to be on Love and Hip Hop with Bobby Likes. That was supposed to be part of his storyline.
Okay.
Something happened between Bobby and Rerun, and he got played. Rerun never came around.
Oh, no.
So,
shout out to Bobby. We love you, Bobby.
We love Bobby. Rerun was contacted by Jason Lee and was basically told, don't tell Bobby. That surprise was real.
Oh, my God.
That surprise was official.
Right, because it felt real.
Oh, yeah, that was very real.
I was shook.
And
I was like,
he was basically, talking to Rerun. He was like, well, yeah, I'm going to take this shit because you promised me some shit last time.
Yeah. And
you didn't come to fuck through. Of course, you move things around if you think you're about to be on a TV show.
Yeah.
Especially like Love and Hip Hop. So, yeah, I'm coming through and I'm going to steal the storm. And now I'm not confirming it, but I'm pretty sure it was in his contract that he had to make it to top 2. Like if you look at the setup, he was there specifically to antagonize Island Boy.
Yes.
There was nobody else that was going to give Island Boy that run in size, in appearance, in demeanor, in energy. It was like, motherfucker, if you come into the show, do your big one. And he did.
Yeah, he did. He did a really good job.
Instead of throwing me under the fucking bus.
Right. And then so that's a perfect way to tell you who my least favorite was.
Who?
Miss Island Boy. Okay? Because let me tell you, bitch. Okay? At first, I was fucking with Island Boy, but then it became like a constant thing with him. Like he just wanted to argue and be loud and be crazy. It felt extremely produced to the point where nothing was genuine, and it was just like, girl, can she shut up so we can get to the next scene?
And you couldn't take a bitch like me.
Right.
You know what? That was the crash of that episode. It was the fact that you were so produced. Granted, I love Island Boy. There's really no beef. I'm talking in that.
Right.
Sense.
Still love him.
You were so confident that you came to be that bitch that when I gave it to you organically,
right,
you could not take it.
Okay.
And I loved it because it made history to me. Keke Palmer acknowledged me. Cardi B acknowledged me. Christina Milian watched our show. Like Lizzo watched our show. Like we were probably some of the most talked about people in the celebrity world.
Yes.
So I'm grateful for it, but bitch, when you come with so sure and confident, like I got this, none of them knew that I was gonna be like that on TV. None of them knew that I was gonna give them fever like that.
Yeah.
Especially being the smallest boy.
Yeah, and you did good because when he approached you in front of that pool, honey, okay, you wasn't backing down.
Iconic bottom.
Legendary bottom. It was a moment. Like, you ate that up, and that's what I was looking for from you, right? Like, obviously, I knew you were going to bring the energy. I've known you for so long, so I'm like, bitch, you're going to bring energy, but we need that moment.
Yes.
We need something that we could think back on this show and be like, oh, bitch, you remember this?
Because I talk shit.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted people to do that knew me, and it was more about the people that knew me, and not the ones that didn't know me. The people that knew me always got a taste of me. But what Chris was doing for so long, different types of rejections had led to this. I kept that back burner. I kept being behind the scenes and producing other artists, producing other clients, and creating other moments for other people. And I purposely chose this so that I can show that crazier side of me with social media being so big and stuff.
That I'm like, girl, he is not about to lift my friend up and toss this motherfucker. One arm grabbed you and was like, young. You start swimming, bitch.
Karma's a bitch because if you go back and replay it, he busted his knee.
Oh, did he?
Limping.
I didn't see that.
So when he went boom and he finally got me in the water, he fell on that. He did fall on that knee.
Oh, that's perfect.
I'm glad that he's okay.
Right.
He's an athlete. I would not want him to jeopardize.
Yes, of course.
Athleticism.
But like, karma's a bitch.
Yes.
Like you said.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember being mid-air, and this is real tea. I remember saying, I just got thrown in my head. They did not hit me. So if you've seen, it was Andre, it was Savage, and it was Island Boy.
Okay.
And I was like, you reaching, prove it. Give me the receipts. Dame los recibos.
Right.
I was talking my shit because at this point, I'm thinking any one of three of these motherfuckers can punch me dead in the mouth.
Right.
And they didn't.
Okay,
which is fine. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you so much.
That. But, and in mid-air, I was like, oh, he didn't hit me. Okay, it's TV.
Right.
Like, literally, I understood exactly what it was.
It clicked in the moment.
This is on for TV. Then the fight breaks out. Then we go back and forth. When all of that wrapped up, you know what Island Boy did? And I fuck with this bitch.
What did he do?
Island Boy comes in my bedroom wet, limping, hurt, no voice. You did that, bitch. You did that, bitch. They gonna fucking love you, bitch. You wanna smoke, bitch? They gonna fucking love you.
Oh my God.
You did your big one.
Oh my God. Like, I can't. When I watched that back, I was shook, bro.
I got my life. I live for it. I want to do it again, to be honest.
Yes.
In the ringer.
Okay, so would you do Zeus again?
Yes. I've written to them. You know, I do have, I have a relationship with some of the producers where at least I get a response.
Okay.
You know, so I can.
That's
more than most. That is more than most.
Yes.
Remember, I did Baddies East this past season.
Yes, you did.
Currently on air right
yes,
now.
and by the way, let's just give you your flowers because the makeup was on motherfucking point.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Tell me.
Do you not feel that after the few episodes I did, they just changed their whole glam?
Yes, they did.
Everything
almost became exactly because before it was given like we do our own makeup, and now it's like, oh, now y'all got now we got a team.
I don't want to take no credit from anybody, but I do feel that way, and I know what I bring to set, and I know what I brought to that set.
You brought a lot.
Just being able to do fast makeup, efficient makeup, camera ready makeup.
Yes,
and I wish that somewhere in production they were like they look back at it and be like, we need Chris. Right. Because you do.
They definitely do.
I brought that. And not only did I bring that, but I purposely did teach. I'm not going to say who, but I remember one of the artists sitting back while I did Scotty's makeup or Mariah's makeup. And it was like, can I just watch you? Mm-hmm. Of course you can watch me.
Of course. We're and you've always been like that.
Always been like that.
You have.
Like I'm not going to keep anything secret because no shit is going to probably be something you do over there, whether it's a line work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or a perfect lip. That I'm probably not as adequate in, and you can teach me later on down the line. And if I open that up for you, then you now have a safe space for me to come into and be creative as well.
Exactly. And I think as a professional makeup artist, that's an important thing is like to always know that you're still learning And like you can teach, but you can also be the student. You can also be both.
I remember one time here in Philly, there was going to be a fashion show. You know Tyron Marquette 21. He designs for Patti LaBelle now. He's her actual designer now.
He's so good.
But he did a show here in Philly, and he had asked me to be the second to another person's makeup artistry. And I was like, okay. And we were co-artists. Mm-hmm. But it became a thing where she backed up and stepped away because she was like, I need to be lead makeup artist. And did not want to share that position with me. And so what I did, found somebody that would, bitch, because we co-makeup artists. Bitch.
Exactly. Like, we got to work together. Oh, so hold on. Because now I just thought about some royalty we could get into.
Oh, bitch.
So, speaking about being a good co-makeup artist, right? Okay. So, we had a situation before where you tried to book me to come assist you with, what was that show? For Amada. What was that show? Made in America. So, first of all, I was super excited, but I had to work. I had to work, so I couldn't do it. Yes. Right? So you trusted me to pass along another artist to you, who showed up to the booking.
He was a Mac artist, so it wasn't like I was totally unaware of who this person was.
Yes, exactly. So did it with all good intentions, right? However, it played out a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how that played out. So you did the makeup at first on Amada, which looked beautiful. She looked iconic, okay? And she's so chocolate that like you got to be a real good artist to make her look beat, okay? And she looked beat down.
I still got those pictures. I'm gonna see if I can send it to you.
Yes, period. So you did the makeup, and then what perspired after that led to...
So let's get into all of it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
And I'm going to give Amada credit on this part, right? Because I don't like to bash people's journey. I want people to understand how human these artists are. You know, at this point, she's reaching this kind of climactic moment with being on Love and Hip Hop, being Afro-Latina, being a brown-skinned Latina.
She's on new shows now.
All that stuff. So I get Instagram to rally behind me, and Instagram gets her attention, and I get to do her makeup. Show up, I guess they're not ready, so I gotta wait outside the hotel room for over an hour, just sitting on the floor with my makeup kit, trying to get up in there.
Been there.
I'm understanding there's complications, right? Especially because the same way I'm in control of everything that I do, she was. Yeah. You know, so certain things were not lining up the way they should have. Yeah. Considering you're about to do one of the biggest festivals of the year in the industry. Made in America is brought to you by Jay-Z. Yeah. By Tidal. So come on. Anyway. So I start to do makeup. I do my thing, whatever the case is. I'm still trying to do makeup, but also keep my career going at MAC because I'm a key holder at this point. Yes. And in my view, I felt like I can do both, and I felt like I can climb this ladder at MAC at the same time try to be a social media celebrity makeup artist. Okay. So I basically did the main look, which will give me the title of lead makeup artist. Correct. Because she performed in that look. Yes, because she performed in that look. Yes. So they had to go to the festival. Things were going so far behind schedule that I now could not go to the festival because I'm like, okay, bitch, I got a job to keep. And although I'm doing this makeup, I don't even think I got paid, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I didn't get paid for this. Although I did your makeup, I got to keep this job because I did not get paid. Exactly. So I call Chris. Chris is unavailable. What can we do? Oh, right. we can call Homeboy because Homeboy, I forgot his name. I'm not even gonna say his name. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's call Homeboy because he's a makeup artist. Right. He uses the products we use. Exactly. He has the same training as far as communication goes. We book him. He comes. Did not know this whole time that Amada's mother was raised with his mother and father. Yes. I knew his mother and father because Young Boy apparently was a Floridian as well in the past. Correct. So he used to live in Miami. So the whole time, you know, he's peeping who this woman is. Yeah. And I guess at the end, mind you, she already performed in the makeup. Maybe he did like powder touch-ups or lip touch-up before she performed. But he gets to the festival. I give him my backstage credentials so I can go to work and you can have this experience, but still keep me in the loop somehow, right? Yeah, which is a huge thing because like those credentials and they don't play. It's iconic. You collect those. Yeah. I have so many badges from backstage. Just like for us, it's momentum. Right. It's proof that we were there. And so he gets the credentials. McDonald's does their little interview with them. There's this
Yep.
other title social media. And guess who gets credited as makeup artist? Homeboy. And my name was nowhere to be found. Mind you, I was the one that rallied for this client.
Right.
I'm the one who created gifts from, I got other influencers within my city, skincare influencers, Estee Lauder, Bobby Brown sponsored. I actually got a gift bag for Amada.
Nice.
And I brought it to her as a thank you for believing in an artist like me. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm extremely humble.
Exactly.
And I was okay with not getting paid for a Made in America televised
Right, which is
performance.
a huge performance.
It's huge. That's literally like Coachella.
Exactly.
It's that big. It's just
up
the
there.
East Coast. It just sucked to have that experience. I was definitely upset. I definitely felt like the other artists could have fought for me to be at least titled lead makeup artist, assisted by X, Y, Z. But my name was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, well, the story that was told.
Oof.
Right. So the story that was told was that the reason why he was the lead makeup artist for those was because he had to redo the makeup. Now, with me understanding how makeup works and you understand how makeup works, there's not really going to be an entire reapplication of
There's
makeup.
no time for that.
There's no time. So you're doing touch-ups and now you claim someone else's work. So I felt like this situation was really important to bring up because this is something that us as professionals, we need to stop doing this. Like,
Yes.
because like we said, when we first worked together and we went to that concert and I helped you with the girls, like never did it cross my mind to be like, oh, well, I'm gonna take credit for all these girls and all this stuff. Like, no, because you're opening a door for me. Exactly. You're opening the door for me and I'm appreciative.
The client you did.
Exactly.
I would not even post that.
Exactly.
Well, I would post it as like, look what we did. But credit-wise, it's I did this girl and I did that girl. This other one probably did her own makeup and you did the third girl.
Exactly.
Why would we don't have to take, I don't have to take shit from you.
Exactly.
I don't have to, and for future references, even if that was going to build something for that client and myself and the gentleman, it would have been a team thing.
Exactly.
It could have still been a team thing. I wasn't taking anything away from
And it felt like they were trying to make it a them thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that they were going to approach it like that, because if that was the case, I wouldn't have suggested the person to begin with.
Shit.
Right. Period.
Shit.
Exactly. She ain't here.
She ain't here.
She ain't here.
I will say that, like, when you do touch up somebody else's work and you followed what they already, even if you had to do everything, but you recreated the look that was already there, you're still the assistant.
Correct.
Because that is the creation.
This is the person that connected you. So, like, baby, you weren't the connection.
And I was the blueprint. I did this look. You fixed it after she just did 13 minutes of dancing and singing on a stage in the summertime. Of course, he was going to have to touch up some fucking makeup.
Exactly. All right, so let's play a game.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, wait, but we're going to have to crop this, edit it. But so biggest thing about that is, like, moving forward, y'all, what we're going to do is when you come and you assist a person, we want to make sure that we are giving people proper credit.
Period.
Because it's very important in our industry. Very important. So let's do so. Okay. So let's play Fuck, Marry, Kill. Okay. So I'm going to give you 3 people. Everybody is going to be from your show.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. Drum roll, please. Yeah. Okay. So Fuck, Marry, Kill. First group.
The groups.
Okay. We got groups, girl. Soul, Island Boy, and Trax.
I will fuck Soul.
Okay.
Marry Trax.
Okay.
And kill Island Boy.
I'm cracking up. He gonna come for your ass when he see this.
I'm pretty sure he'll do the same.
He's gonna be like, girl, you did your big one. You did your big one.
Hell.
Okay, I love. All right, so next one. Hot Wheels, Roland Ray, and Dimitri.
I will fuck Hot Wheels.
Okay, period. Hot Wheels, yeah.
I will marry Dimitri.
Okay.
And I guess I would have to say I would kill Roland Ray.
You gonna kill Roland Ray?
I'm sorry. He's had more of a
him.
shot in life than the other ones have.
This is true. I love Roland Ray.
Roland Ray.
He brought a lot to that show.
He was the show.
Like,
Between honestly, him and Hot Wheels were the show. They were the biggest thing on
yes.
that
Oh
show.
my God. He was so good.
Amazing.
Shout out to Roland Ray. Like, okay, so last one. Bobby, Rerun, or Big Bear? I know, this one's hard.
I will fuck Bobby because I'm trying to get on season 2.
Okay.
I will marry Big Bear
Okay.
Because he is cozy and comfy. And I want to get the best snaps of my life on his big ass.
Wait, so you gonna kill my man Andre?
I'm gonna have to kill Andre because he has not shown me the same kind of loyalty the other two have.
Okay, Andre, you can come over here. We
You gotta
will not
remember,
kill
he
you.
threw me
on
under
this
the
team.
bus. I could have gotten eliminated because of him.
This is true. Oh yeah, because he was the one that told about the Jack thing, right?
No, he was telling everybody that I want to cuddle with him.
Oh. Well, bitch, I would
Like,
want
I
to.
never tried.
I would want to cuddle with you too.
You see why I would even make that comment, duh.
Right. It's like a cute little fun moment. Like, girl, it's not giving I'm crawling your bed. I'm not crawling your bed. The fuck?
I'm not gonna crawl your bed, but you can crawl in mine.
Okay. You're too tall. You can crawl in mine.
I had a twin size mattress. I can imagine him.
A twin? They had y'all sleep on twins?
No, they had fools.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
because they had to make room, obviously.
Okay,
for
okay.
10 people in a mansion.
And they look at you and say, yeah, you the
I
short
didn't want
one.
to
You
fight
could...
Cash. I was like, Cash, you can have that big bed. I'm
Yeah.
not fighting again. I already fought today.
Okay. Oh my gosh. We're going to play another game. This game is called Rule Breakers.
Okay.
So basically, I'm going to name things and you're just going to answer yes or no if they're rule breakers for you, okay?
Okay.
So, bank account. So you said bank account matters a little bit. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so what as men dating men, right? Like, there's not anything that I need a man to come in my life to change or do.
Okay.
But I would like you to come in there and add to it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can go on vacation with my cousins and not care about where we're staying and the excursions we're gonna do, if I can walk into Louis and walk out with a bag, if I can pay for my whole lifestyle without having to work,
Right.
I don't want to introduce a man to my lifestyle and then there be excuses. And now I also have an expense.
Right.
You can't be my expense,
Oh, because that's the worst.
but you also can't bring excuses.
Exactly.
You know,
You got to be able to keep up.
and build.
Yeah.
And not even build right away, but we can't be taking so much away from each other.
Yeah.
You know, so if you want to be around me, like I can't be funding these experiences because I want you there with me.
Exactly.
That I think that's like comparably what we talked to earlier, that man and woman dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Like we both men. Like I don't ever want to walk away like someone took so much from me and
Yes.
be another man. No shit.
Yes. And I feel like that's the man and the woman thing is always a thing that I'm constantly battling too.
Mhm.
Like, because of course, like, you know, we work hard. So I have my own money. I don't need nobody's money. But it's nice to have somebody, you know, take care of a couple things here and there.
Absolutely.
And then, like you said, to be able to keep up. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, if I wake up tomorrow, I'm like, let's go to New York. I want to go to this restaurant. I want to do this and that and have this experience with you. Yeah, I just think, like, you need to be able to keep up. Because if not, like you said, I'm just putting out too much for you. Like,
all the time.
what are you giving? And then on top of that, with me specifically, like, these men want to be the dominant one in the relationship. So how are you showing me your dominance if you can't even keep up with what I'm doing on a regular day
Can I tell you a
basis?
story?
Yeah, tell me.
So I'm trying to be more intentional this year. So
Okay.
intentionally dating. So I know you asked earlier if I was dating. I'm not going to consider that dating, but
Okay.
I was like seeing somebody more consistently. Super nice,
Mhm.
super attractive. When we smoking, it's my weed.
Mm-hmm.
When we eating, I ordered it or cooked it.
Mm-hmm.
When we are enjoying the heat, it's on my house on my bed.
Right.
When we are doing, it's on me. There's
Mm.
nothing about that is fun, attractive, or makes me want to continue unless it's just that I'm bored and I want you on my couch tonight.
Exactly.
But aside from that, I cannot mentally grasp where this could go. Because without me even asking for it, your unconditional showing of what you can provide is nothing.
Yep. Exactly. And we need them to bring something.
Some excitement. I'm
gotta-
I want butterflies, friend.
Yes.
Where the fuck?
Same.
I know the environment is fucked up.
Right,
and the
okay.
ozone layer
The
is
butterflies are
fucking
gone.
thin, but where are the butterflies?
Where are the butterflies?
Kill the
Where are the birds
butterflies.
singing the songs, bitch?
And I know that's like goes into like that again, that battle of like masculine and feminine,
Right.
that like being vulnerableness. Like I'm okay with being vulnerable to another man. Like if you are so dope and amazing that I can feel vulnerable enough to like squirm a little, bitch, then what's up? But
Exactly.
until that point, I'm gonna be hard and heavy.
Mm.
At 5'4",
So yeah, y'all gotta step y'all dicks up, okay? Like, if you're gonna be the dominant man in this relationship, like, you need to give something to this table, baby. Because if you just sitting here eating and being cute, you need to go. Period.
I definitely think that masculinity is earned and not given.
Correct. Exactly. Like, you have to give that. You got to give it. You can't just be like, oh, okay, you're the masculine man.
And I think I be fucking up because I be going for these like 6'4",
because visually it's there.
Fitness enthusiasts and athletes and shit, but really you a bottle girl.
Exactly.
Like, you got that fit because you want to be a bottle girl.
Yes. Me and my friend have this argument all the time because he's like, tall, dark skin, like the man that you would want. And I'd be like, bitch, we be talking about shit, and I'm like, bitch, you want to be treated like a bottle girl. You want to be a bottle girl. And that's okay. It's crazy to me because, like, it's okay, but you need to be upfront. You can't be like, I'm the big bad wolf in here, but I want to be the bottle girl and give me attention and treat me like the princess. Like, no. Mm-hmm. We doing too much now. Mm-hmm. Like, now you're a child. Like, now I've adopted a child and I'm taking care of you today. So, where's the daycare?
They're broken.
Where's the daycare?
The daycare bitch, you.
I'm the nanny now, y'all. I'm the nanny. And it's really sad. Like, we're gonna do another segment. This is a sex tip of the day.
Okay. Johnny, say it close.
Huh?
Johnny, say it closer to see what you're saying.
No. I'm gonna read it to you. Okay. So today's technique that we're learning is rimming technique. So rimming, if you don't know, is eating ass.
Eating ass.
So we're gonna teach you bitches how to eat ass at home. So practice with us, okay?
Wait, are you gonna follow steps or are you gonna give your advice?
We're gonna do it. So everyone get your ass ready. This is the ass.
Out.
I don't know how much of this could go on YouTube.
First of all,
this is the ass.
All can go because it's educational.
Okay, so educational. First thing, using your tongue. Using your tongue.
The camera's gotta see it.
Y'all ready for this? Can you get a good close up? This is the asshole. Okay. Using your tongue, trace around the anus in circular motions. You ready?
I'm already there. But if you got a fat ass, you gotta hold. Use one hand to hold the cheek out.
Ooh, girl. Okay, the circular motions feels really good, just so y'all know. All right, so the second one is tenderly kiss and make out with it. Build towards sloppy with it. So you're giving a
heavy on the bottom.
I would like
heavy on the bottom lip.
Do you suck it? Do you suck them?
I like to kiss on the cheek, like practice, like
like a little,
like a hickey, almost like a.
Oh yes. Oh, that's hot. And then you got to get sloppy.
My bottom lips are not doing this. Or my lips aren't curling back. I'm not doing it right.
Exactly. You got to really get in there. So a little motion. Okay.
So you lick the rim and then you kiss. That's what she's saying.
Okay. Period. So now we're gonna widen your tongue and widen your tongue. Yes, and lick the anus like an ice cream cone.
Guys,
from the crack to taint.
Don't judge me because my tongue is a different color.
Ready?
Wait, like that? Yeah.
Oh, and I really like when I do up. I like to come back down with the back of my tongue.
You know how trifling I am? I'm gonna be honest with you. I like to give it like this, and then the chin.
Oh yes, that's on here. Okay.
The chin, I be in there with the chin.
Okay, so the next one is gently suck the anus.
Oh, like a
little moment. Yes.
You know, and you gotta have the noise. The noise counts.
The noise counts, but let's make sure that they are nice and douche before you do that. Because if you suck too hard, baby,
it's gonna be a fruity pebble.
It's gonna be chocolate ice cream. Till next week. All right. And now point your tongue and penetrate the anus. I don't know how much of this we can use. This is crazy.
We can use all of this.
Okay, and now place your mouth on the anus and hum. No, that would feel so good.
That's stupid.
No.
If you hold my ass, I'm smacking.
Because it's a little vibration to it.
Get a vibration.
Oh, so look, this is where it comes in. So it says that if you have facial hair, gently brush your facial hair against it. Yeah, so this is good, but let's make note of it that if you brush your hair way too hard on it, it fucking hurts. So do not do that. Take your time.
Yeah, all right. If you got some wiry shit, know your shit. My shit not wiry.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and last one. Using your hands, massage the butt cheeks, spank them, and simulate the genitals. So it's giving a moment. You want to smack it a little bit. See, I told you I'll be very slick.
You know when you're in it? That's probably when you're in it, and then you squeeze it closer. Like this.
Oh my God, yes. The suffocation. You're like, bitch, I can't breathe.
I love all that.
Yes, exactly.
I don't have an ass, so you really can't do that with me. But I will say that as a man who likes ass.
Okay, listen.
I like to do that.
The next man that is allowed to get near Crush's ass, I need you to grab both cheeks and smush those bitches together, okay?
That's how fucking
period. I love
Made my
this.
shoulder bleed.
Oh my God, that was so much fun. So thank you so much for joining me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This was really fun.
This was such a moment. Like, I'm glad that you were here and be able to experience this with me because, like I said before, you popped my podcast cherry.
Yes.
So, like, it was only right that you were here on this couch
Well,
with me
I'm ready.
today. Period.
I'm ready for another one, y'all. Let's do
Okay,
another one.
yes. So if y'all want to see Krush come back, y'all gotta let me know because we will bring Krush back. Okay, so Krush, before we go, tell us about what you have coming up.
What I have coming up, I'm still working with Tasiki, so I'm get to like make some clothes with her. So I don't know
Yes.
exactly what direction that's going in, but our relationship is really, really good. Still working on the podcast, still
Mhm.
active on OnlyFans, so you can follow me on OnlyFans.com
Yes.
/CrushXPoppy.
Okay, you might
Same
see some of
thing.
my photography on there.
Yeah,
Period.
okay. Same thing on Twitter. And just technically, I'm booked, I'm busy, and still trying to stay that way.
Period. I love that. So thank you so much. And that's a motherfucking wrap, okay? Slut Talk, bitches, the hottest show on the motherfucking internet. Period.